Good afternoon. I hope you got a good holiday. You got to see people who are happy to be with you. I'm happy to be with you today. And I have people that are happy to be with me, as well as my dogs. You can probably hear some tail thumping going on in the background. But I thought today we might continue on with Psalm 37. We're in 2026. How did that happen? Time flies. So let's go ahead and start at verse 9 in Psalm 37. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those who wait on the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. The word wait in Hebrew is not a passive waiting. It's the same word that is used in braiding a rope, putting things together, picturing how they will look, using intentionality and focus, utilizing the imagination that God gave you to help you know what form the rope will look like, what it needs to have in terms of strength, how it includes the past goodness that God has done in your life, how it includes your appreciation that you've been given this gift to be in this body and skin on the earth for a little while, to do your best and to not have to be perfect, but to know the meaning of the cross and how it makes up the gaps when we're not able to. What does inherit the earth mean? What does it look like to you? Have you inherited anything from anybody in your family or seen others who have inherited? Is it because they deserved it? Another thing to consider is waiting on the Lord works a maturity into us that our Western culture doesn't admire and works against. Have you tried 2 or 3 minutes a day of just silencing the phone, the needs, the urgent requests? Everything can hold for just a couple of minutes. And if your home's noisy, as my home has been in the past, sometimes I'll use the bathroom. I've got a good reason to be in the bathroom for 2 to 3 minutes to settle, to breathe, to get my mind off of the small picture that threatens to swallow me, and to breathe, to remember there's a big picture that's larger than me, that is built by love, that has good intentions towards me, that has grace for the place where I have gaps, that has encouragement for me in the things where I'm growing, that holds the beauty of intimacy with my Lord. In that place, from that place, I don't come back into my small picture the same. I come back changed, transformed, that there is a creator who loves me and is for my good and has thoughts of peace about me every day, more than the grains of sand on the ocean shores, all of the shores, all of that sand, all of those grains, every single day. Thoughts to give me a future and a hope. And from that place, when I read the next verse, it's different. Verse 10 says, "For yet a little while, and the wicked shall be no more. Indeed, you will look carefully for his place, but it shall be no more." And if I'm reading that from a place of fear, or looking for God to do what I'm demanding from him, to remove all the wickedness, to remove the wicked people, to remove the wicked intentions of the heart, to remove the things that aren't just, to remove the things that I don't like. And instead, I'm looking at this from the perspective of heaven. This is God's promise for me that I'll find at the end of my waiting. It'll be there. It's guaranteed. The meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. Suppose we can delight ourselves in the abundance of peace in the midst of external chaos, in the midst of sickness, in the midst of famine, and in the midst of war, and in the midst of tribulation. Suppose in Romans 8 is really true, and that nothing can separate us from God's love, because it's a oneness that we have when we're in him. That we get to endure with and grow into and savor and enjoy while we're here, knowing that there is a really, really, really good inheritance for these things. I bless you today from Psalm 37. In Jesus' name.